How you guys doing? Peasant Chat, 9/12/2021. Hopefully you spent yesterday, if you're old enough, if you're over 30 years old, hoping you remembered everything that happened and why we did what we had to do after 9/11. Not to dawn too much on it. I'm sure you've heard this many times, but I was 20, so 22. So I was very well aware of what's happening. So when you surround yourself with people that are slightly younger and they start popping off on some dumb shit, you just want to disappear. You just go, yeah, okay, bro, shut up. Like, seriously, shut up. But, people are entitled to their opinions, but that doesn't mean I have to listen to them. So, yeah, yesterday I didn't think it was right to do a show on the other channel. I think it was just like I drove back from North Florida while spending the week at Lund Racing, getting trained up on the RTD. Boy, what a process. But, hopefully we'll get you guys on my end, RTD tunes, and hopefully they come up with the app sooner or later, and we can definitely streamline the process, I hope. But yeah, Peasant Chat, we're not really going to talk about anything in particular. We're just going to take your stupid questions and just talk some shit. Funny about the Kenny Bell stuff on the last live stream, which was Thursday. Apparently that kind of popped off a bunch of conversation as to why certain blower manufacturers don't sell to certain people. Then I come to find out that that's like a common practice, and then that may be why you find out what that blower isn't really prevalent anywhere. But as always, get them likes up. All I ask is get the likes up, comment, and that will algorithmically help the channel. If not, you don't have to. That just means I do less of these, and because there's obviously no money in it and no motivation in it if no one's really watching. So how you guys doing? So let's say hi to the people here, talk some shit. We'll go from there. Tongue punch my fart pipe. Says, bitch, yo, Miguel Alazar, sorry, Salazar. JD Swag's in the house, Hunter Walker, Fresh Pasteles, You Too Corrupt. Hopefully he's feeling better from COVID. Hopefully he gets to say hi to the girl at his gym. That's on the other channel though. Tony, 508 Josh, Donkey Mac 17, Shark Marls, Ray, Kobe Coyote. We got Jesse Daniels. We got Clip Clop the Horse. We got Boost Lee, Dustin Engler, the Danimal, Jared Wells, PNW, and Zane back in the house. Hopefully you're feeling better. My condolences, but hopefully you're feeling better. Seems like you're out and about, eating and enjoying your birthday and all that stuff. I think it was his birthday not too long ago. So glad to see you back on the chat. Jesus Perez, NK Johnson, Native Shift, Juan Resendez, Angel Espinal, Isaiah Davila, Straight Line Therapy, Mr. King, Joe Jackson, and all the usual suspects. We are here to talk some shit on Coyote stuff or just car stuff in general. Mustang week was last week, and after seeing, and again, I'm so happy that I don't have a lot of that stuff come across my social media feeds, and it's because I follow and I actively unfollow the right people. If you're very much a clout chasing douchebag, douchehammer, I want nothing to do with you, so I simply just unfollow. And if your stuff comes across my feed that I disagree with, real simple, I just unfollow you or unfriend you, because I really don't want bullshit coming across my feed. So thank God I didn't see much dumb Mustang Week content come across my feed. That means I have picked the right people to be in my social media circle, if you want to call it that. I don't really get out much because you see how people act when you leave the house. You saw that guy with the Fairmont. I used to wax those fucking things back in my mind, whatever the fuck he had. And I'm like, really, dude? Like, just shut the fuck. Just go away. And that's what happens when I leave the house in the Fairmont or whatever. When I drove back from Lund Racing HQ in the Fairmont, got a ton of people give me the thumbs up, talking to me, at the gas stations, at the rest stops or whatever. And I'm just like, please leave me alone. Like, if I see a badass car on a trailer, I go, look at that badass car. And I go on about my business. But people, for whatever reason, think it's okay to come up to you and have conversations. And I'm so weirded out by that. I'm like, no, this isn't an invite. Look at it, admire it if you want. Get the fuck out of my face, bro. Because the next words out of your mouth are going to be, I used to, back in my day, before I got divorced, when I was 17, I don't give a fuck. That's why I don't like leaving the house, man. You leave the house in the GT500, the Fairmont, any Mustang, even the goddamn truck. Oh, dude, I went to the track in the red car one time, and some guy had the absolute fucking nerve to say, I follow your channel. I'm a huge fan. I'm like, wow, thanks. And he goes, I really don't like your truck. And I was like, you're a fucking idiot. You're a fucking idiot. Why? What? How? Who taught you to talk like that? Like, do you have parents that never smacked you across the face and not know how to act? And that's what this world's full of. People that don't know how to fucking act. Shut your mouth if you have a negative opinion. Shut your fucking mouth. Now, I have a negative opinion, and I say shit because I get paid to do it. Fuck you. So, Holyfield got dropped yesterday. Are you surprised that a guy that fought in MMA and took TRT most of his life knocked out a 58-year-old man? Come on, stop it. You drove the Fairmont 4 hours back home? No. I trailered it back. I took the F-150, trailered it up, ended up wanting to do some control pack stuff. The burnout that I did on Instagram was basically to do a watt pull, and the guys next door who work in a hot rod business, they don't really get to see hot rods in that park that Lund Racing is located at. So I was like, I'll go out there and do a watt pull. I'll just do a burnout. Fuck it. Not that I like doing burnouts, but let's do a watt pull right there. Did it. Come back to find out something was lean. So I removed the fuel filter and it was crushed. So I'm like, what the fuck is happening to the Fairmont where it's crushing fuel filters? And it's a big, massive Aeromotive fuel filter. So I either got to upgrade the line or place the filter further downstream. Who the fuck knows? But at least we got some data done. So I trailered it up, did a burnout, did some data logging, did some control pack startup stuff, and, brought it back. I'm feeling good, says Zane. Hopefully this week I'll be able to start working out and running again. Mom is improving every day. Good. She's no longer on a BiPAP on a regular oxygen. Okay, good. Hopefully she recovers quickly and you can get back to somewhat of a normal life. Glad to hear you're doing a lot better. You can't even say nice car at the gas station without them trying to kick off a conversation. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I just said nice car. I don't even say nice car because, boy, I don't know what happened. I'm 43 years old, so I experienced the 80s, 90s, and the early 2000s. Nobody acted like this. How you doing? Good. Nice car. Thanks. Go on about your life. Live your life. No, now it's like, yep, built it after the divorce. My kids hate me. Fuck them. But I got this badass hot rod. I don't care. Don't say anything, Alex. Just go. Nice. Look at it from very far away. Nice car. Walk away. Because the conversations people have nowadays and the nerve of the people, and I think it's honestly a byproduct of social media. Social media has a way of making you brave without any consequence. And in person, there is a consequence. So you forget that you're in person. I guarantee there's people out there that have never raced, but know everything about racing. They talk about grudge racing. They talk about this. But they've never had a fast car. So they'll talk shit on a car. That's not as fast as Ghost. Yeah, that car will get gapped by Ghost. And it's not. They don't have a car. They don't have a skin in the game. So in person, they'll be like, I don't like your truck. I think this guy's truck's better than yours. And I'm like, fuck you. And they're like, oh shit, I forgot I'm in front of his face. I forgot that this guy might just kick me in the teeth for no fucking reason. And I think there is a lack of teeth kicking happening anymore. Because, I don't know, maybe people just don't check people anymore. Because on social media, if you check back, you might say some shit about their mom and you're booted for 30 days. So you're reluctant to say certain things. But in person, it's a whole different ballgame. But I literally think that social media has desensitized you to getting kicked in the teeth in person. And I see that a lot, not only with manufacturers, not only with people trying to get tuned by you. I get people yelling at me in the ticket system. And I'm like, whoa. We ain't boys. Don't call me bro. Don't call me stud. Don't call me fucking Alex. And this is a business transaction. Don't be like, yo, bro, what the fuck is going? Fuck you. I'm just like, and then I'm like, you know what? I'm going to see him someday. Boy, the what social media has made people do in terms of desensitizing them to backlash is mind blowing. Mind blowing. Okay. What rear end gear ratio do you recommend for a ton? No. 315. 315. Zane says, bro, if I'm parked next to something nice at a pump, I'll say, nice car, man. But I've had people come up and ask 21 questions to me. I'm like, dude. Too many fender lizards. Jeff Betts says, which pumps are you running? I've run across 2 aero filters crushing after they were behind A1000s. I have a 285 and 274s. I run 274s constant. And and it has a sock filter, like stock sock filter, like a Mustang, and I have an after inline Aeromotive, huge, massive Dash 8. Well, the line's not big, but the filter's huge. Dash 8, and it just crushes. So I need either a higher flowing filter or maybe place it downstream. Who knows? Too many Twitter fingers nowadays. People never keep the same attitude in person because they know they'd get checked. I can't explain how excited I am for 85 in my 10-speed. I want to put 5,000 on the engine before I tune it, though. What? I want to put 5K, okay, 5,000 miles on the engine before I tune it, though. I want to dog some hell kitties. Yeah, you're probably smoking some good crack right there, Coyote Austin. Love ya. A tuned, pulleyed Hellcat runs deep 10s. A pulley tuned and E85. Hell, pulley tuned pump gas Hellcat runs way in the 10s. Here anyway, with grip. Rolling, I don't know. Roll, you know, I don't know if they suffer badly from, they're heavy, so I don't know if it affects it the same. But a Hellcat with a tuned pulley, an E85 is like a low 10, high 9-second car. So be careful what, I suspect a lot of men or women, people that own Hellcat don't do anything to them. They just leave them stock and they think this is the baddest shit on the planet. And a 600 wheel, 4,200 pound Hellcat ain't shit. 650 wheel, 4,200 pound Hellcat ain't shit. It's whack shit. An 800 or 900 wheel, 4,200 pound Hellcat is pretty fucking badass. But a lot of people leave it stock. And they go, well, it's bad. It's supercharged and it's badass. And no, it's not badass. It's heavy and it needs another 200 horse to be fun, in my opinion. People don't recognize social cues in person anymore. Like the guy rambling to you at the stoplight for 5 minutes. Like, I don't care what you got to say. I don't care what you've experienced. I don't care. So I think a lot of people live in their own little bubble where they think they're so interesting that they can't wait to tell you their story. And inside you are dying a slow, painful death listening to the dumb shit that comes out of their mouth. And I'm a respectful guy in person, right? Hey, how you doing, sir? Good, how you doing? Hey, nice car. I appreciate it. Have a good one, sir. You too, sir. Bye. Hey, is that a Fairmont? I used to wax those fucking things back in the day with my Camaro. What are you doing? What? Do you guys do? Does anyone on this chat act like that in person? What the fuck is wrong with you? No, don't be that comfortable. Like, when you show up somewhere, be humble, keep your fucking head down, and just mind your own business. That's the way to operate in this world. But if you're out there loosey-goosey thinking that you're hot shit because you're the cool one in your friend group, but then you go up to a bunch of strangers, they don't know who the fuck you are. To them, you're just some fucking schmo coming up to them talking. What's up, man? Yeah, I got one of these. Don't you know me as, Kill Camaro _69? I'm Kill Camaro _69. No one knows who the fuck you are, bro. Shut the fuck up. Alex, you just have to jump the light when they say nice car. Just hit him in the jaw. Mustang Lifestyle has a fat horse as a as a picture that says I'm heavy. It's probably EPA / Donald Trump / Joe Biden. Oh fuck, I'm dead. That's great. I've seen few posts of mock EGTs only running 12.6 out of 100. Most are saying they fall off harder after 80. Could be programming. Oh, did you just say only 12.6? An electric SUV? Only? Fuck. What planet are we on where Mustang GTs Gen 2s stock run like 12.7, 12.8? Julio Ozuna says, nah, I don't stay in my lane. Casey 526 is back. That means, guys, she's single. So apparently she was on lockdown, and Casey 526 apparently is now single again. I haven't gotten an email. I haven't gotten a picture of her ass or a request or anything. So I'm just assuming she's single. Unless that's just a fake profile. I can't imagine. I don't know. Let me see if I can because I can't trust these profiles anymore. Like you guys you guys understand. I can't trust you guys anymore. So Casey526, if that's really you, you're gonna have to text me so I can verify who the fuck that is. Text me now, and if you don't text me in the next 5 minutes, I'm gonna boot you from this fucking shit. What fuel pumps do you recommend for a 2007 GT500? I also upgraded the FIC 1440s to run 85 because of your advice. I have brand new FIC 1000Hs. Can I sell them here? You can sell them here if you want. George Gutierrez. But honestly, on a 07, I would recommend you go a return style fuel system. I don't trust the stock hat, upgrading the pumps on the stock hat and the stock lines. I prefer anything under 2013. Because 13 and 14, you could just get away with dual BAPs and the pumps are pretty strong. Anything pre-13 GT500, you absolutely need a return style fuel system to run E85, in my opinion. Not in my opinion. That's the only way we tune it, honestly. My father just brought up a Classic 40. My father just brought up a Classic 40s pickup. If I drive it, is it a Taquache? I have no idea. Alex, bringing my car to Evolution Performance this week to get some big boost tune finish. Hope it pulls up a number and gets ready for fall. Lund Racing's tuning is on point. Thank you. I appreciate that. And yeah, the guys at Evolution are good guys. Something tells me you're going to make big power on that dyno. And Zane says, I love the part where he was like, you're going to fix it up? And I'm like, bro, do you not see the cage and the drag pack? See, a lot of people don't know what I don't say sleeper, because the car is definitely not a sleeper per se. But it's definitely race ready. Right, it's ready to run a low 9 right now. With a pulley change, it'll run a mid-8 in good weather. Blower weather is what I like to call it. So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see if people keep referencing that. At the track, people know. See, when you go to a track, you are somewhere where people are very aware of what's happening. So when they see the car, they go, oh, it's got an LS in it, LS9 because of the blower. Then I open the hood and they're like, it's a fucking Coyote. Then they got all the questions. They're like, wait a minute, what trans is in it? What control, how are you controlling it? Is it Holly? Why does it have a Whipple throttle body? Who made that inlet? So then they really start to appreciate what the car is. Whereas someone just looks at it at a light and he looks like he has a ladder in the back of his Chevy Cavalier because he can't afford a truck. That says everything you need to know right there. Got to be EPA cookies. Got to be EPA cookies. Tongue punch. My far pipe says Casey's probably a dude. It's a fake profile, Alex. Yeah, I imagine it's a fake profile because it's not that hard to look. You got Joe Biden, you got EPA, you got Hillary Clinton. So I don't trust anyone, and unless she texts me, it's a fake profile, and I'll boot it. No, don't boot it, bro. I have a Ford dual hat with twin 74s wall balls for sale. You need everything, though. You need the controller. You need the lines. You need the return system. You need the regulator. You need a lot of things. Kyle Catfishes 526. Kyle. It's definitely not Kyle. Casey's a dude. Is that Sergio guy, SMP Tuning? Look, that guy has my name all over his fucking mouth, bro. That guy's like, he's so mad that I don't care. I'm like, I don't care, bro. We will take over the California market regardless of what you post on Instagram, bro. All we need is 2 or 3 guys that run a fucking number and your shit's done. And email tuning every motherfucker out there. So the more he pops off, the more motivation I get to be like, yo, let's keep tuning over there. Let's keep fucking everyone up over there. And just cuz. And I don't even got to step foot in that motherfucker. I'm experiencing around -3 degrees and not correction. So it's seeing more timing. I am seeing around -3 degrees knock correction, 4,500 and up. I'm on 93 and added a booster to make sure it's not fuel related. What are some things I should check besides exhaust touching? -3 is adding timing. Negative knock. Again, negative knock. It's not knocking. But why is it 3? Because it's adding 3 degrees. Oh, man. Did you see the podcast Mexico recently with Manuel Gomez? It was funny. No, I didn't. Hey, New York Gen 3 here. Does anyone know the difference between the regular cat and the green cat besides the price? Will I get a check engine light with headers and regular high flow cats? Green, it's just the name. I don't think the material is any better. I just think they put it out there so that you can buy it thinking that it's emissions legal. Do you know how many green cats I've seen absolutely smoked on 800 horsepower applications? Or you still get a PO 420, PO 430 code, which is cat system inefficiency codes, cat inefficiency codes, meaning it's flowing too much air to pick up a proper differential between the front sensor and the rear sensor. So it's not doing a good enough job regulating the emissions. So they call it green just so that you guys can buy it, because it's like putting carb on a muffler. Carb certified. What muffler is carb certified? Like, what the fuck does that mean? I've seen Borla gays and Corsa suck my dicks that are, carb certified, and they sound like dicks. What do dicks sound like? I have a lethal hat and 2 Deechworks pumps, but I'm not convinced about the pumps. Shooting for 800 wheel. Still recommend the return style. Take it easy on me. Yeah, look, I recommend return style all the time on a older GT500. Too many haters in the world. The mid to low 9-second car that is streetable is super badass run for the win. No, people think it should run 7s. People think it should run 7s. And I'm just like, what? Does yours run 7s? No, but everyone else runs 7s. Oh, really? I don't know many Fairmonts that you can drive anywhere, run 9s or 8s, and not do a goddamn thing to the tune. Meaning drive it to the track, runs 9s or 8s. That car averaged an 890 at Mod Nationals when it first came out. True streak. That means it goes on a 30-mile cruise. And then you go out there and you run a number and it averaged an 890. Like, who the fuck else does that? So, what are you going to do? Okay. So, yeah, we'll see what the deal is. For Innovations fuel system. So everyone's like, which one do you recommend? For Innovation straight line therapy says, sorry. This is why people don't need gauges. Looking into a 15 to 17 4 level 2 from Beefcake. Any essential upgrades you recommend within the kit? Being that you've seen the most 4s, probably. I think the level 2, as long as you got at least 2 274 pumps, should be more than adequate for like close to 900 wheel. And you need a 1000cc or 1300cc injector or a 1440. In my opinion, if you're shooting for 1000 on a Gen 1 or Gen 2, you should have at least a 1300 or 1400 injector. Gen 1 changes everything because you have 8 other injectors, DI, and it helps with the blending. So all you need is about 1000 or a 1050X injector to make like 1100 wheel. So you need less injector on the port side on Gen 3. You need more injector on the port, period. There are no DI injectors on Gen 2 and Gen 1. Most people can't handle the stock 420 horsepower on the street. Come on, boys. Alex has explained how knock works so many times. Kabi Coyote, morning Alex. Glad to catch the morning live. That's why I think people that want to buy something that they can monitor is really silly to me. I almost wish you couldn't see a goddamn thing, because you scrutinize the information you're seeing and you're not understanding it. You are not understanding what you're looking at. Just like this gentleman says, I have -3 degrees. What's wrong? Nothing. It's negative, right? So they go, oh, does that mean it's knock? And then this is my favorite when it comes to knock. Alex, I'm seeing a cap of 17 degrees. And it says -2 on the knock sensor. So that means it wants 19. Well, no, it doesn't. Well, 17 plus 2 is 19. It means that the cap is 17. The base table is 15. And it's adding 2 via the knock sensor. You're done. You're done. Don't even try to understand it. Go away. Drive the car. If you experience any issues, data log it and send it to your tuner. Don't try to analyze the information, because it's like seeing half the story, right? Imagine you try to diagnose a guy's broken arm without seeing an x-ray. And let's say you don't know how to read an x-ray. Oh, I got a huge mass right here. I think it's your heart. Oh. I don't know. I feel a thumping in my chest. It's your heart. My stomach hurts. It's full of shit. Oh. It's same thing with data logging and tuning. Mike Bravo says, Alex, 20 Mamalona, E85 full bolt down, upgrading to 4-inch catback or dump style help? No. Currently on a 3-inch single MF system? No. Nothing helps unless you take weight. The catback barely helps. If anything, I run no catback. I just disconnected it after the cat and run an open muffler. Sounds like absolute dog shit, but why did I do it? Not for the sound, for the weight. The weight of the catback on a stock F-150 is like 60 to 70. It's fucking heavy. So I deleted it, totally deleted it for weight, and it sounds terrible. So if you put a 3-inch MagnaFlow, 4-inch MagnaFlow, 8-inch MagnaFlow, it ain't going to make fuck all of a difference. Candido Ramirez says, how much power is the Fairmont making? The most it makes on a 2.6 pulley is like 890 before it was ported. After the port, I have not done any data logging or any dyno session. So eventually, when I get time, I'll go out there dyno again, but now I got to figure out the fuel system on it. 661 Racing says, good morning, good morning. Malegro says, good morning. Mustang Lifestyle says, I speak Engage as well. Alex, love your channel. Don't get on too much. Love the channel. Thank you, John Smeda. Candace Page says, anything over 700 wheel horsepower is hard to put down on the street anyway without good prep. 100% right. Excuse me. Gen 2. I have the 1050X with the level 2 kit and the 3.3 grip tech. I'm shooting for 8 to 850. Do you think the level 2 will leave me with headroom paired with 1050Xs? Yes. 1050Xs, 3.3. You might need a little more boost to make 800. It looks pretty close. The 3.3 with a Paxton is pretty legit. The V3 though, I don't think it'll be enough oomph, maybe. But they talk about overspinning it and the oil slinger and all this other bullshit. And I'm just like, I guess I don't know the internal mechanism of the V3 versus the Paxton versus the V7. So I'd have to get, like a cutout to see what the hell they're talking about, because I know way too much about bearings for them to talk to me about slinger stuff. Oh no, okay. People should learn to listen to their car. If the car's breaking up at the top end, lift. No, people stay in it. What the fuck? And they just stay in it. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like the moment the car, okay, if you launch, you let off the trans brake or your foot brake, and the car spins, run is over. There is no reason to pedal it, especially if it's a test and tune. If it's a race, I get you pedaling. But if it is a test and tune and you spin, your run is over. Go down, turn around, make adjustments, come back. Because what happens with a 6R80 or 10R80 car? If it spins, you let off the gas, it upshifts, you get on the gas. Torque converter goes, fuck you. The shift schedule goes, fuck you. And you might just spin again and cause issues slamming it into the wall. So really, guys, do yourselves a favor. If you launch the car and it spins, it's over, Johnny. The run is over, especially on a test and tune. Like, there is no reason to keep going. Do I have it's over on the top of my list? I'm so stupid. I got to move a lot of these sound clips because, man, they are way gone. Let me move it's over way to the top. Come on, buddy. Boom. It's over. It's over at the top. There we go.
It's over, Johnny. It's over. Nothing is over. Nothing. You just don't turn it off.
Alrex, what's normal difference between Bank 1 and Bank 2 short-term fuel trims on a boosted or nitrous vehicle? No more than 2 or 3%. Like, if you're on Bank 1 idling and it's like 1.0 and Bank 2 is like 0.9, I'm like, you either, it's a rich condition on one side. So why is it a rich condition? Why the hell does it do that? Why is it a rich condition on that side? You have to figure out what's happening on that side. Is the sensor going bad on that side? And you have to figure out why. Do I have a heat sink? Do I have a harness extension on that side? Do I have a lazy O2 on that side? I replaced the Bank 1 O2, but the Bank 2 O2 is still stock. So I wouldn't like to see more than let's say a 5% difference between bank to bank on any application, any or anything. Watching the KR on my F-150 helped me when I got bad gas. Got a few blocks from the station, lost power, and saw KR maxed out and OAR climbing. I knew exactly what happened right away. Celine 961. Good. That doesn't mean you have to like, oh, let me see how the gas. Actually, that's not true. Let's say, for instance, it wasn't the gas. Because when you pump gas and you take off, that gas hasn't made its way to the engine yet. Unless you're like a mile down the road. Because think about how long it takes for the pumps in the back of the tank. And let's say you got fuel from the pumps, lines, rails, injectors, right? And you gas up. Boop, Do you think that gas like overrides everything, and when you start the vehicle, it just goes directly to the injectors? No, it mixes with the fuel you have, and the pump pumps it, and it goes, and you're driving the truck, and then the gas is doing this. The old and new gas is mixing, making its way to the injector, goes through the filter, goes up the rail, and that's like a mile down the road. That's why I'm blown away when people go, I'm going to put E85 in the tank. Click, vroom, start logging, and boom, 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 send a log. I'm like, did you run the car long? Oh, I filled up with E85. How long did you wait between the time of filling up and logging? Right away. I'm like, you're a fucking idiot, dude. I don't know how to explain to you, and I'm going to slap your mom because she raised a fucking moron. Really? You started logging right when you... So I have to sit there and go, hey, buddy, the gas has a long way to go to get to the rail. You do me a favor, dumbass? Can you drive it a little while longer and then relog? And then magically, the trims are where they should be. Wow. Mind fucking blown. It's a V3 from a JT from an 18 kit. It's a complete kit from 18 to fit a 17, essentially a Paxton. Paxtons are oil fed. V3s are self-contained. So yeah, we'll see. Do you have an Elgato Stream Deck? You can map those clips to one button. Jay Rubin, I need my life simple. I don't need to be, if I don't have any other job and my life becomes streaming and I have to stick wrenches up my asshole to make money, I'll give a fuck about that. Right now, this works perfectly. Can my 16 F-150 3.5 get some love? I ordered an upgraded something. Turbos. Oh, here we go. He's upgrading a fucking 16 F-150 3.5. Go to 5-star tuning. Okay, now run E51. That's what I'm waiting for him to say. Yeah, go with 5-star tuning. Go with whatever 5-star tuning wants you to do. I don't want to. You're trying to make a 3.5 EcoBoost fast. I don't care. Love you. I don't care. Yonse says, sorry at what? Same thing, Yonse. It shouldn't be more than 5% off. Hey, Alex, my Trinity came with a 2.4 pulley. Should I worry about belt slip on that size? Aiming for 6 to 650, keeping the stock manifold. You should definitely look out for like maybe an auxiliary tensioner. Doesn't VMP or BPS, Billet Pro Shops, sell an auxiliary tensioner that goes right up against the snout so that you can keep a better belt wrap on the 2.4 pulley on a Trinity? I would look into that to make sure that, because you're going to need a 2.4 pulley to make that kind of power. If I book a dyno for a remote boosted tune session, how does that work? Is there an extra fee to have a time slot allotted for tuning? No, Jesus Perez. So let's say, for instance, you get me the idle, slow rev, and maybe a partial wide open throttle pull on the street or a closed course because it is illegal to speed. I'll say, oh, looks good. If you're afraid of losing grip and having an issue, let's get it on a dyno. And you're like, all right, let's get on a dyno. Alex, when do you want to do it? Well, I have this date open. Okay, Tuesday at 9 a.m. Okay, Tuesday, 9 a.m. Bet. We're in. We're locked in. That's it. Tuesday, 9 a.m., I'm expecting an email to come through of you saying it's strapped on the dyno at 9 a.m. Not get to the dyno at 9 a.m., talk to the dyno operator at 9 a.m., load it at 9:45, first log by 10:30. Fuck that shit. If you have a dyno session booked at 9 o'clock, you should be there at 8. And the first email you send me at 9:01 with a fucking log. Get me a log. So after you do that, I go, hey, here's a tune. Get me a hit to 6,000 in 1-to-1 gear ratio. Boom. Looks good. Here's some more timing. Boom. Looks good. Are we switching fuels? No. Okay, one more hit. Boom. We should be done within an hour. Not even. Because now it's been dialed in through the whole MAV curve, RPM range, timing, and if you want to switch fuels, we could do that too. That's how it works. There is no extra cost. It's part of the remote session pricing. Excuse me. Yo, Alex, what engine builders do you recommend? Boy. RPG is hard to deny, and Keith Ray with Wonder Racing, who builds all the Lund Racing motors. Look, there's only one engine builder we use at Lund Racing, and it is Keith Ray. He's been pretty much building nothing but 5.2s Predator block on all of the cars. The Blue Goose has a 5.2. The Black Bean, I think, has a 5.2. And the Gray Goose that just got started also has a 5.2. So that's the dude. RPG also builds great stuff. Fast Forward Race Engines, L&M, bunch of people. Beefcake says the 2200 SL and the V3 are essentially the same blower. 2200 SL is the base blower on the Paxton kit, self-contained for SL. Pre-18 was V3 SI, smaller unit. Then the 2200 18 and up is the same, both self-lubed. Got it. So I have like the same thing. I got a V3 self-lube, a V3. V3 JT apparently has the upgraded slinger and also has the same size inlet 4-inch. I have a V3 JT, so maybe I have the proper one. The Ford Service Department thinks it's a VCT solenoid. I don't know what he said before that. Yo, Alex, I'm tuned by Lund with my SET. If I buy a RTD, would I have to buy a tune again? No, you don't have to buy a tune again, but you have to make sure that you let us know you're a previous customer, because a lot of people do this. I'm going to buy a RTD, and they buy from a dealer. And don't tell the dealer that we're an existing customer. So now it becomes a bit of a nightmare. So whoever you buy it from, us or the dealer, make sure you let them know I am an existing customer. So all I would need to pay is maybe for the credits to license the RTD to the car. And that's about it. Yo, Alex, I already got that. Mohammed SVT 500 in the house. Alex, is a 90mm Pulley idler enough to stop the slipping for the 2.4 Pulley on the Tronata? I don't know. I don't know if it's enough. You'd have to talk to VMP on that application. I am not super familiar with GT500 accessory tensioner situations. I know that Senior has a big boy, probably close to 90mm Pulley, 90mm idler on his Trinity GT500. I didn't get to drive it this go around, but next time I go up there, I'm gonna want to drive that car. I went to the track on the 30th, 95 degrees, Gen 3 Roush. I got 3 passes in and noticed, and he stopped talking. Keith did my buddy's Cobra's engine, and it was awesome. Monty 540. Got it. I went faster with less timing. My fastest pass was 18 degrees. When it was hitting 20, it went slower, says Candace Page. Got it. Clip Clop the Horse. That's what Alex said before, but they think it's a VCT solenoid according to the code. Okay. You're right about the fuel taking time to get to the rail. I was probably idling for a while before I left the station, took a fuel sample, and it had water in it. Look at that. Guys, this is the best way to switch fuels, in my opinion. This is the best way to switch fuels, right? Let's say you get really good at reading short-term fuel trims, and you got them up. Short-term fuel trims, and you're staring at them. And you have maybe 2 miles to empty on 93. And then you say, well, I have an E85 tune. I don't really want to fuck with flex. Okay, so fill up with the 85. Stay on the pump gas tune. Fill up with the 85. Turn the car on and stare at the short trims. Stare at them. And then the short trims will be 10, 10, 10, 11, 115, 117, 12. That means the E85 has made its way into the freaking combustion chamber. So you stop the car. Obviously get it out, move it away from the pump. Don't be an asshole. Move it away from the pump. Flash the E85 tune, because you know what it is burning is mostly ethanol, because the short trim started to go lean on the pump gas tune. And if that sentence confused you, get the flex tune loaded. Because if that last sentence confused you, you need Jesus, you need some milk. I don't know what the fuck to do with you. To me, it makes sense. And if it doesn't make sense to you, flex tune is your Huckleberry, bro. Orla Holmes says Blue 99. GT500 guys bought tensioner and idler. No GT500 guys, I bought a tensioner and idler. No problems. Hey, Alex, love the show. Says 1still50. I have a 17 with a Gen 3R and a 4 Innovations fuel system. About to go with an 82mm Pulley when I need to upgrade my clutch. Thanks for the great knowledge. GRATE. 82mm Pulley. Oh, okay. Yeah, 82mm Pulley is probably good enough to make 800 on that Gen 3. So you're due for a clutch, like right now. Hell, you're due for a clutch at 600. Forget, 800. Alex with the heavy accent. I just got lazy with it at the end. And the good thing about Keith is he's straightforward and no BS, does not sugarcoat anything. Yeah, he's a throwback. He's a younger guy. He's like 34. And he's like, well, it's a fucking race car. What the fuck do you want, asshole? He's not going to sit there and sugarcoat what he shouldn't need to sugarcoat. You know what I mean? And I appreciate that about him. But once in a while, some polishing is needed, but I think he's right the way he is. He doesn't need to hold your fucking hand through the process. You came to him for a badass motor. Here's a motor. Fuck you, pay me. I got bills to pay. Can a lean spike on a short-term trim be caused by overfueling? When tuning my direct port nitrous, it seems like no matter how much I delay the nitrous cylinder, there seems to be always a lean spike. Yonsei 50, that's normal. That's normal because what is happening is there's a delay with the computer seeing the nitrous come in and the fuel mixing. So it tries to compensate. It thinks that, oh, there's a whole shitload of fuel coming. Nitrous is injected into the motor. The O2 sensors go, whoa, there is a bunch of stuff happening. Throw fuel at it. So the lean spike is the computer throwing fuel at it. Going, so, we're trying to compensate for this lean spike. And then the lean spike levels out. Now, how do you control a lean spike on a nitrous kit? You add more fuel via the fuel jet. I remember Arthur Randall, cornbread. He's like, hey, Alex, I got a problem. I got a question for you. So if my nitrous system, and I'm spraying it, and I'm seeing like a momentary lean spike, and I don't want to bother my tuner, can I just add fuel on the fuel side so the short trims are good? And I go, yes, you're tuning the kit. The tuner is not going, oh, let me just add fuel at the base fuel table or the individual cylinder fuel. No, you have control. The nitrous kit is up to your discretion. So you can go, let me just put a bigger fuel jet in it. Oh my God, short trims are on the money. The computer isn't compensating or taking away fuel at a huge rate. Seems happy. Read the plugs, because you're nitrous tuner, read the plugs. There you go. I tell people that all the time. I'm like, throw a bigger fuel jet in it. Oh, okay. Oh, fuck, it's mint. How's it run? Runs fucking strong. Okay, cool. Nitrous tuning is end user heavy. So when you ask me questions about how to tune your nitrous kit, I'm already frazzled by that. I go, now what is tuning? Junior and I had a great conversation the other day. What is tuning? Me telling you to adjust your shocks, tire pressure, bar angle, throw some weight in the front, mix this fuel, do that. That is tuning. That is tuning. So a lot of people do this. All you did was send me a base file. Right. And the subsequent 40 emails after that is tuning your car using my words and your hands. Set the fuel regulator at 45 PSI at idle. I can't get, I don't see, does the fuel pressure go up when you give it throttle? That is tuning, guys. No, it doesn't. Then grab the boost reference from somewhere else. Where would you grab the boost reference from? Well, I'd grab it here. T into that. Make sure you're not doing it on check valve. That is tuning. That is tuning. I don't have to constantly send you files so that you could consider those files tuning. If I send you one file and your car's all sorts of jacked up and I know that file runs well and I spend the next 2 weeks emailing you nonstop, to the point of boost reference lines, everything, fuel setup, injectors, clean, everything. And now the car's running good, and I don't send you any more files because I'm satisfied how the car's running. Do you go, well, he only sent me one file, he didn't do shit? Or did he send you 40 fucking emails fixing your shit? That's tuning. Tuning isn't sending you files to fix your shit. Tuning is not that. Tuning is figuring out what the issue is and making you make the changes. I see many guys that go to the track one day, runs a beautiful number, 7,500 RPM shifts, runs a 950, car is mint. Nothing changed. 1 week later, they go back out, car runs like dog shit, and they go, take a look at the log. I'm like, oh, log looks like it's short shifting a couple times. Well, can you change shift points? It just went to the track last week and it hit 7,500 and everything looked kosher. What changed? What changed? Well, I did do a trans service on it. Oh, Oh, you did a trans service, motherfucker? You changed something? Did you fill it up with the right amount of fluid? Tuners should not have to constantly send you files so that you could consider yourself being tuned by somebody. Stop it with that bullshit. I'm on the base file. No, you're not. You're on the best file. And now I have to figure out how to make your shit run on the best file because the file's not the issue. 90% of the time, you're the issue. Are you sure you have LU-47s? Are you sure you have MU-52s? Are you sure? Take an injector out and show me the bottom of the injector. Sir, that's a stock injector. Now I got to send you a tune for stock injectors. Every fucking time. My short-term fuel tubes are taking away the fuel the rest of the pull, 93.91. But delaying the nitrous solenoid should allow the fuel to get there before the nitrous or ultimately at the same time. Honestly, I would throw a slightly bigger fuel jet at it. And see what the lean spike does. Also, there is a rate where you can bring in the nitrous, right? Some controllers have a rate because it's adjustable. It's like a ramp in. So lessen that. Hey, I'm going to have the engine rebuilt. Should I have the block sleeve? Don't plan on making anything over 900 horsepower. If it's out, Mr. King, might as well do it. Miniback Madman says, Alex, the internet mechanic and 6R80s are very picky on fluid levels. Exactly. We see that all the freaking time. So when a customer, this is the other thing, right? Hey, I blew up my motor. I put a brand new motor in it. Tell me about the motor. Ported heads. Sleeved block. Same compression, but forged. Send me a new tune. Did the manifold change? Nope. Did the injectors change? Nope. Did the fuel system change? Nope. You don't need a new tune. But it blew up. You mean a stock motor blew up at 900 wheel? Yeah, shit happens. Sorry. I want you to start me with a fresh file. No. And that's when I'm going to start telling people, no, you don't need anything because all I'm doing is doubling my work for the same exact result. 661 Racing says, Alex, we need more nitrous for my car. Dude, your car, we got to get the cam situation figured out. And then once that's figured out, we got to figure out shift points with grip. But luckily, 661 Racing goes out there and gets me grip logs. I have a gentleman right now. Oh, God, this is a great example. Good guy. I'm not trying to talk shit on him in case he sees the show. Because he calls me bro all the time, and it really pisses me off when you call me bro, thinking you know me and that you don't know shit about me. Alex, my car's short shifting like a motherfucker. Okay. Let me see a log. Yeah, it is short shifting. So I'm looking at the tune. I'm like, tune is commanding everything at 75 to 7,600. It's short shifting. I'm like, okay. It didn't. And then I'd scroll back in the ticket. Bam, click an old log. I'm like, last log was perfect. What did you change? Oh, I went from 410s to 331. I wanted to reach through the computer, bro. I'm like, so you change everything, especially on a Gen 1. You need to change the whole shift schedule, the N over V, the revs per mile, the axle ratio, and all of the shift schedules that are belonging to that particular vehicle. Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it would just work. Oh. That's when I look at like OnlyFans and I'm like, can I make $1 million shoving 7/16 or inch and a half wrenches up my asshole? Maybe. I'd only do it for a year and then I have $1 million. Then never work again. If my supercharger gen tune is all worked out, would I need a revision to hit it with a dry 40 or 50 shot? No, I treat it like boost. No, I would just need to look at a log to make sure it's happy. Morning, what blower would you use on the red car for street hits? Roush or Gen 5 3.0? Roush. I like the Roush blower. I like the TVS how it hits a little better. That's all. I have a preference. Whipple's fine, makes good power, but I just prefer TVS rotor pack at under 1,000. Right? Under 1,000, I prefer any TVS over any Whipple. Under 1,000. Over 1,000, Whipples shine with big boy power stuff. On the drive to work, thanks for the show, says CJ Cuyar. You don't say it's having nitrous issues. I can't talk nitrous all day. Fuck that. How many? Had my pumps go lean off the hit. Brandon told me to drop a Detroit 400 in on the off the lot. I did, and it fixed my problem, and I haven't had any issues since. Should have went 4 and been done 100%. 661 says, I got the cam issue fixed, changed my chains and guides, but timing was on point. I don't think it was a phase. I swapped in it. The code hasn't come back, but I need to trade my throttle body internals. Yeah, I'm not going to say what throttle body you got, but yeah, sometimes they can get stuck and you get a P2119 or P2112 code, and that's usually the return spring. Boy, let me see if I can check this out. This is oh boy, if I can find this video, that'd be awesome. Let me see if I can find this video. This is, I think, please tell me it's here. A gentleman sent me a video of an F-150 with a Whipple. And he had P2119 codes. And I said, well, that's usually a throttle body issue, you know? And he goes, gosh, you know, it happens when, that said, does it happen when it gets warm? Does it happen, like, when does it happen? And you know what the guy did? And I really hope I saved it. Yes, here it is. Here it is. Beautiful. I can't believe I saved it. I think you guys will like this. Let me see. Let me download it. Download it. Okay, so let me go to my download screen. Check out the porn. Uncheck the porn. Yes, beautiful. This is beautiful. So check this out, guys. Let me move some stuff around so I can see you, and you can see me. Probably internet probably just went to shit. Yeah, it looks like the internet just went to shit. Okay, so we're gonna do 1080p monitor right here. Here we go. Wherever the hell 1080p. Okay, 1080p monitor. Yes, beautiful. Look at that. So let me make this bigger. So this is a gentleman that had a Whipple 132 millimeter throttle body on a Gen 2 or Gen 3 F-150. I'm not sure. It looks like it's a baller one because it got the center console shifter. And he took the throttle body out, videoed his foot with his flip-flops, and the throttle body in the same shot. So you can see what the foot does versus what the throttle body does. And check this out. See, everything looks right. Okay, again, his foot and throttle body are doing what they're supposed to do. Look at it again. Now, he's going to manipulate it as if it's a pedal fest. And watch what the throttle body does. Is that a tune issue? Is that a tune issue, guys? He goes nice and easy. Then when he stabs it, it doesn't do shit. And he leaves it floored and it goes boop. There's a huge, massive delay. Is that a tune issue? No. The throttle return spring is probably way too tight, or the motor is way too weak to overcome the return spring. So every single time someone says, tune issue, that guy gave me the video evidence that it is not a tune issue because it's working properly. I can't make it do anything different than open and close when you command it. And he was commanding it with his feet, and then it just didn't do shit. And then it throws a P2119. I go, that's a faulty throttle body, sir. So that one right there, someone says drive-by water latency. No, Mini Bike Madman. When he stabs it like that and it doesn't move, that's a return spring issue. It's not latency. It's not latency. It's stuck closed, and the motor can't overcome that. And then when it does overcome is when it leaves it floored for a little while. Then there's like a voltage spike, and it goes, boop. So that is a faulty throttle body or a return spring that is way too freaking tight. So I appreciate him for getting me that video because it showcases visually what is happening in the motor when you pedal a blower car or when you pedal a throttle body that has a very, very tight return spring. It's not our issue. It's just simply not our issue. Coyote Kelly says, hey, Alex, maybe I can send you some fancy Mako or Snap-on wrenches to help with your new career. I don't think I'll be able to watch any of the videos. Nice. So Mohammed SVT 500 says, Ale, This is a common issue with GT500 in the differential. Has vapors in differentials. Fluid on case, especially in SVT truck package. Alex, is this a common issue with GT500s? The differential has vapors of differential fluid on the case, especially in SVT track package. Vapors. Can you give me a better description than vapors? Did it catch the vapors? Where's Bismarck here when you did he catch it?
Radio TV. The first, so what's the mean?
Did he catch the vapors? Bro,
In a V8,
let me see.
rolling with fly belly boo.
Let me see. We caught the vapors. She caught the vapors.
She got the play.
Shit. That's a good video. Have you ever tuned a Gen 1 Coyote with a Gen 3 intake tube and airbox? Yeah. Big Bird driver. Yeah. A lot of people just cut the bottom of the box to have it fit better. And I give you a 2018 MAF curve. Here you go. And it goes boop and it feels within 2%. It's wonderful. Makes sense when my twin 67 on my old CJ setup got stuck and held the revs at 1,000 when it was hot. And I was pedaling it. Needed to slowly rev it to get it to drop back down to normal. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's not a tune issue. A lot of people get, oh, it's brand new. It's brand new, so it shouldn't be an issue. So I just bought it. I'm like, I don't care. I don't care that you just bought it. I don't care that it's brand new. I don't care that it's 1 month old. It's getting stuck. Well, can you try some tunes? Can you try some tunes? Can you try some tunes to have a throttle body return spring being fucking stuck to overcome that and drive well? No. Oh, that's just bullshit. At least try something. And then you see that nothing I will try will fix that issue. Like nothing I will try to fix that issue. It has a valve in the top of gas. Oh. Then it's probably venting Mohammed SVT 500, right? It's a vent. When you say vapors, it's probably venting the pressure that's in there. Fluid is being expanded and contracted in the diff. Have you recently changed the differential fluid in the GT500? Do you know what I'm saying? Did you say 6C and 10R on Viking setups or 6R, 10C? 6R. 6 rebound, 10. Wait. 6. God damn it. On solid axle cars, it'd be 10 compression, 6 rebound. So this would be 6 compression, 10 rebound. 6 compression on S550s. 6 compression, 10 rebound. More on the rebound than the compression. And work your way back. If your car doesn't like that, depending on your spring package, you might have to work your way back or forward 1 click or 2. But 9 times out of 10, it hooks pretty well, especially on the second gear leave. On the second gear leave on a decently prepped track, that setup seems to help really well. I guess it just leaks. Oh, it just leaks? Then maybe it's overfilled? Because even S197s leak through the vent, Mr. Mohammed SVT 500. Some S197s leak through the vent. It's just like a thing. So what they do is they extend the hose into the trunk, or they just take a hose and extend it and coil it and then kind of lay it off to the side somewhere so that because it's venting, it doesn't vent and drip onto the axle tube. It just vents and goes into the line and it comes back into the diff. Well, can you fix it in the tune? Alex, do you get a lot of customers who try to tell you how to tune their cars? Oh my God, 661 Racing. Oh my God, bro. You came to us to tune your car. And if something's happening with the car that the tune isn't doing, meaning, oh, I can't get it to shift to 7500. So what's wrong with your car? No, it's the tune. What's wrong with your car? Remember 661 Racing? You rebuilt your trans not too long ago? And you had all these codes? You had just gone out and ran like a 10.7 on the street. Got it rebuilt. Then you had codes. Did you say, Alex, fix my codes? No, I said, why? Bitch was running good. You took the trans out, put it in. Now you got codes. And you know what he found out? He found one of the harnesses was pinched or something. One of the harnesses was pinched on the back. He fixed it. No more codes. All the tuners like, oh, try this tune, try this. You shouldn't have to do almost just as much as you should know when you should tune, meaning it is just as important to not send a tune than to send a tune, because you could be masking an issue. Air leaks. Air leaks are the biggest issue I have in tuning. Excuse me. If you install the cold air, JLT, PMAS, DETA, whatever, and I have a MAF curve that I put in the tune that is so vetted that over thousands of people have not had any issues with it, but you have issues with it, I start going, do you think you have any air leaks? And you know what some of the answers are? Well, I don't see any. Seeing an air leak? I don't see any. You don't see an air leak? Have you pressure tested and smoke checked your intake system? No. So how else would you see an air leak? Well, I don't know, Alex, just tune it. Oh, okay. So this is what I say. You are 50% lean. If I send a tune that sends 50% more fuel and later on you find a leak, this tune is going to be 50% rich. Okay, then they fuck it. But now that's what? 4 emails, 5 emails, which could be a day or two if I have 90 people in my email. Yes, 90 people. Sometimes it can get up to 90 people, and they all want replies back that same day. Yeah, right. Crazy. What do you set the Fairmont 2 rear shocks at? 7 from soft. It's a single adjustable. I just set them all tight at the track and all loose on the street. Very easy. Air leaks and MAFs don't work well together. Exactly. Okay, I'll check that, says Mohammed. I'll check it. It has been venting for a while, but the last time I checked, there was nothing. Probably just ran out of fluid. I have a box top that's 351 Windsor Turbo C4 for 20 years. I'm going NA 2016 truck Coyote with Texas TKX trans. TKX trans. I street and drag race. Any suggestions on where mid to low 10-second cars, 20, any suggestions? I like to see mid to look. If you want to see mid to low 10s on that car, you need to get a high revving manifold like a Boss 18 manifold or a Cobra Jet. If it's a truck motor, it's lower on compression than regular motors, right? If it's a truck Gen 1 or Gen 2 motor, it's only 10-to-1 compression. I prefer you get a Mustang motor in there. But if you want to throw a set of cams in it, CJ or Boss intake and cams like Comp Cam Stage 3s, E85 and rev it to the moon, it should get you to the elapsed time that you're expecting at that weight. I've seen lots of cars with excessive fuel leaking from the vent when water gets in the diff. The water boils, pushes a lot of fluid out. We see lots of flood cars in my area, says Celine 961. 661 Ray says, trans shop got my 2-step wire stuck between the motor and the trans, and it blew a coil, and they were blaming the tuner and told us it wasn't them. So after looking, we saw and told them I had to buy a new 2-step. There you go. See? He went to the trans shop. Trans shop fucked his shit up. They're blaming the tuner. Well, it's got new clutches in it now, so you need a complete new tune. No, you fucking don't. No, you don't. Thank you, 661 Racing, for at least going, no, it's not the tune, bro. I found massive leaks around the injectors when they seat in the intake. I've seen that too. Sometimes people just forget the O-ring, like they forget the O-ring. 90% of people can't even execute an oil change. Hence, these stupid questions, credit card racers. Alex, probably... You're not wrong, JR10. Brian Cassette says, Alex probably has a video on this, but any advice on noobs getting into a dyno their first in-house session and tune? I know I have to ask for the sauce. Oh, stop it. Noobs going to a dyno for their first in-house, I don't even know what you're saying. First in-house session and tune? You mean you're going to take your car to someone else and tune it? You just drop it off and give them money, right? There you go. I'm going to go get a tune from a guy in-house. Okay, you trust his tuning? Yep. Give him keys and have a lot of money in your credit card or debit card. There's nothing I can tell you. He's going to do everything. There's nothing to look out for. Unless you're getting tuned by us, if that's what you're asking. I can only imagine what the Lund ticket system has for customers' emails in it. It's pretty ridiculous, man. Coyote Austin says, it is literally just a hose that goes nowhere. I want to see the whole venting system for it. It's just a robbery ball, or there are other components. And Coyote Austin says, just a hose. Alex, for an NA S197 with basic rear suspension control arm setup, I'm going to throw Vikings in it. Single or double adjustable? For a basic, bitch? If you're hitting the tire hard, meaning if you're slipping the clutch and you're not really, bam, releasing the clutch and hitting the tire hard, you don't need crazy dampening. If you are hitting the tire hard, you absolutely need a double adjustable, in my most humble of opinion. Coyote Austin says to Muhammad SVT, just do a diff service, drain, then refill, be happy, and move on. Thank you, Coyote Austin. I very much appreciate it, says Muhammad. Damn, no wonder you guys get so frustrated. I can ask some more stupid questions, but my God. Look, Coyote is helping out SVT, Muhammad SVT. I love it. First time out at the track, my tuner forgot to set the 1-2 shift. Car banged 8300. Shaking my head. That's not necessarily your tuner's fault. Not necessarily. What if your car spun on the 1-2 and the inertia of the spin just brought it all the way up there? Like, people think we have a table where it says, no matter what's happening, shift at 7500. No matter spin, no matter grip, no matter power, no matter anything, one button, boop, 7500 shifts. No. There is clutch fill times. There is anticipated slip. There's torque reduction. There's clutch wear. Do you know how many transmissions I've seen built by certain tuners that I have to anticipate the shift at 5,800 RPMs so that it shifts at 7,500? Because the clutch pack is so fucking loose. Just tune it, bro. The 1-2 is set at 5,800 and it hits at 7,500. So if I put your trans at 7,500 and it slams the limiter 8,300, is it the tuner's fault? Yes. That's what people say. Yeah, it's his fault. He should know that the trans is derp. And let's say you have anticipation logic in these cars. And you say, well, I'm going to make sure that it shifts no matter what. So I'm going to short shift the 1-2. And I short shift it at 6,800. And it hits at 7,000. And you have the fucking nerve to go, man, I need 300 more RPMs. So I have to guess based on who built this trans and the clutch pack and the fluid and everything. I have to guess that could take 3 or 4 passes. Oh no, I can't. I got to race tonight. You got to make a shift right. You guys have no fucking idea what tuning involves. No idea that you can't just have one button to shift everything at 7,500. That is not how it works. You need to have, and these motherfuckers blend through tables. So if I have the shift schedule drive or normal, then there's the tow, the 4x4, the ABS, the snow, the sand. There's like 7 or 8 schedules. Oh, what's the big deal? Just shifted at 7,800. What's the big fucking deal? What's the big five? Just want 3 more hundred RPM. You guys have no fucking idea. I wish I could just hand the laptop to you and I go, you make it happen. Where do I start? No. You fucking know how to tune the car better than I do. Make it happen. I will give you the open file. Here. Make it happen. And when you blow it up, you're going to come back to me and I'm going to charge you $2,000 more fucking dollars because you're fucking stupid. Got my JTB on the dyno last week. Got some logs. Can't wait to get to the track this weekend. Someone says, tell him, Alex. Haha. Later, fellas. Time for church. Church? Okay. Good luck at church. When I was younger, I assumed people with modified cars knew a lot about their cars. These live streams made me realize how wrong I was. Yeah. Look, a lot of guys that have a lot of money don't know shit about cars. The people they employ know shit about cars. And that's okay. That's nothing wrong with that. But don't come off acting like you know shit about cars. If you go to the Cars and Coffee, which there's one going on right now in West Palm, and I ain't going to that shit. Them motherfuckers stand in front of their Ford GT. And you go, do you know that this has a Phoenix engine that has 59 millimeter turbos, 650 foot-pounds of torque? And just reading the brochure. Or, this GT500 has a 4-liter Whipple with an E85 and 1700s and 285 pumps. Okay, how does that... Well, okay, so when do you need to upgrade to 2000s? When do you need to upgrade to 285 pumps from 274s or a third pump? They have no idea. 173 people and 264 viewers. A lot of lazy motherfuckers out there. It's all good. They don't need to hit the like button. It's all good. Hunter Walker or that Burke dude who said, well, blank tuner can tune the GT500 without the $1,200 package for wide bands. Exactly. That guy was saying that BJ McCarthy can tune my car without a $1,200 ZT2 setup. Okay, then get tuned by him. But I want to get tuned by you. So because someone else does it, should mean that you should be able to do it. Like, no, that's not how it works. He offers a service that we don't, and you obviously want that service. Go to him. Thank you. Alex, I'm doing 120 mile an hour in the quarter. How much horsepower do you think I have? Car and driver, 4,000 pounds. There's calculators on there that on the internet to calculate that. Just go to the tuning calculator and do your thing there. God damn it. 4,000 pounds, 120 in the quarter. Fuck me. I hate this. I hate that I have to. I hate people. The Wallace racing calculator is a tried and true piece of shit ass, old ass thing. It's been around since the beginning of time. So, mile per hour, 120. Weight, 4,000. And it says, your horsepower computed from your vehicle weight of 4,000 pounds and mile per hour 120 is 532. So it's insanely wrong. It's insanely wrong. And this is probably taking into account flywheel horsepower. So if you were to take 532 and take away 15%, it'd be like 480 or some shit. That's the problem with the internet. See, this is a great example of what's wrong with the internet. My car makes 532 horsepower. Then you put on the dyno and it's 390. Guys, my red Mustang went 11.2 at 120. My red Mustang went 11.2 at 120. Guess how much horsepower it reads on the dyno? Guess how much horsepower it reads on the dyno going 11.20 at 120, 121 at 3,600, 3,700 pounds. Go ahead. Go ahead. No one's going to be close. How much horsepower does my red car make with the slicks that it has, the Hoosier QuickTime Pros, on the dyno, 6R80, running 1120 at 120? Oh, you guys are close. You guys are close. Look at you. Actually, no, you're not close. Not fucking at all. Nope. Someone says 330, 440, 420, 420, 460, 460. Nope. Keep going. I want more guesses. Blow your minds. Mini Bike Madman nailed it at 360. So, that Wallace Racing calculator would tell you, 532 horsepower. Then you go to a dyno expecting a 500 horsepower dyno sheet, and you come back with 360, and you go, Wallace calculator said. And I'm like, it's a dyno tool. It's a tuning tool. Who gives a fuck? 360 horsepower is what my car shows on the dyno with the Hoosier QuickTime Pros. Now, if I take out the Hoosier QuickTime Pros and install a hard tire and run it in fifth gear, it might show over 400. But I don't care. I just want to see at wide open throttle what fueling and timing is doing. But people get hell fucking bent out of shape. Coyote Austin, how only 360? The Hoosier QuickTime Pros and the 6R80 are the biggest issue to show power. It might be making it's got a 6F converter. It's got 373s. It's got a 6R80. It's got a Hoosier QuickTime Pro. It is not going to ever show good power on the dyno, but it runs 1120 at 120. I don't give a fuck about dyno numbers. So for those of you that give a fuck about dyno numbers, you should be giving a fuck about elapsed time and mile an hour. What rear gears do you recommend for a boosted 10R80 315? Alex, what rear gears do you recommend for a boosted 10R80 315? Alex, what rear gears do you recommend for a NA 10R80 315? Alex, what rear gears do you recommend for every 10R80 315? Fast and Furious 3. Wow, you can read the brochure soundbite. Exactly. Any weight reduction? No, 3,600 pounds. My car is not light. I don't play the gutted tin can game. Good for people that do. I don't. I want to be able to drive that car anywhere, put a passenger in it, run good. I'd rather try to make more power than to tin can the car. To me, that's like, cool. Why not just do a Fox body? Like, instead of tin canning a new car, I'd rather just buy a car that's already light. It doesn't make any sense to tin can a new car. What are you showing there? I don't understand what you're showing. Like there's cars out there that are super light, running a good number, and people legit say best tuner around. And I'm like, what's it weigh? And they go, oh, don't worry about that. No. What's the car weigh? That's like the most important thing. 2,600 pounds. 2,600 pound S197? And you're talking about your tuning skills? You should be talking about your Sawzall skills and your hole saw skills. Not the tuning skills. What the fuck's wrong with you? Street C says, what's a day of tuning cost? I don't even know what that means. Stupid question, Alex. My dyno session, should I get ethanol content as close to 85 as possible? I usually mix pump E with E85, X98, or X98. Yeah, Richard King. As long as it's 85% or close to it, just to make sure the tune doesn't need additional fueling tweaks, that'd be the best for you. Someone said that's impressive. I don't understand why people tin can a brand new car. Me neither. So that's the thing, Road Rage 860. When I see the red Gen 2 running 1120 in 75 to 80 degree weather at 120 at 3,600 plus pounds, that to me is impressive. But people would say, it only ran 1120? Brand new 10R80s are running fucking 10Os. And I'm like, at what weight? And they go, what's that matter? I'm like, everything. Each 100 pounds is the 10th off your shit. So if your car is 600 pounds lighter than mine, you're going to run a 1040 or a 1060 with the same exact power I make. But they don't believe that. They just overlook the weight. So that's when I stop talking to people and don't leave the house. Because everyone's fucking stupid. Everyone's fucking stupid. Are tillets and rear seat deletes tin can? I don't even know what tillets are. What gears do you recommend for roll racing on a Gen 1 MT82? Any. I mean, you're gay already because of roll racing. Any. 331 if it's boosted. 373 if it's NA. You didn't really tell me much. I mean, I'm pretty good with a grinder. Yonce says, my S197 is at 3,400 without me in it. Got it. Instead of S550, do a Coyote in a 91 Miata. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you're going to play the tin can game, why would you do it with an S550? Why not just do it with a Fox? Go out there with a Fox, run a 9 or an 8 or a badass number with a Fox, and then I could say badass because it's math doesn't care about chassis, right? Math doesn't care what chassis you've got. If you have a S550 that weighs 2,800 and makes 500 wheel, well, the Fox body that weighs 2,800 and makes 500 wheel should run an equally impressive number. But people would say, well, it's in a Fox body. Wait a minute. It weighs the same and it makes the same power. But why is a Fox body looked down upon than an S550 or an S197? Because you gutted it more to weigh the same as the Fox? I don't even understand the thought process. Alice, I'm stuck with a Vortec tune for now until I find a used Engage. Should I keep trying to find one or do the RTD? Look, if you want to tune now, get an RTD. We're tuning people right now with RTD. So if you want to wait for a used Engage, that's on you. The RTD is more involved. So you have to get an internet connection when you're flashing it. You have to get a laptop until the TDN app comes out. You have to do just like SCT used to be. Isaiah Davila says, weight reduction. Sometimes I'm alone at the track and I race with my street wheels in the car. Hey, Alex, I have a Gen 3 auto with twins making about 750. Planning on doing some digs in Mexico. What do you think I should set my double adjustable Viking shocks to? No idea. Alex Ortega, no ideas. I appreciate you being a Bitcho level member. I have no idea. If you put weight in, you should do what do no prep street racers do? What do no prep street racers do? Put a big tire in the back. They put a bias ply back there. And they put weight, a bunch of weight in the back of the car. I've seen guys hang weight off of the parachute mount so that it slides back as the car takes off. So if you want to do street dig shit, you got to do what street dig guys do. And it's not a shock setting. It's everything else. When I was 20, I gutted my SN95, and I spent the next 20 years finding all the parts I threw away. Someone said, Lund Racing Engage for sale, 10,000 or best offer. What's it worth to you? I've seen them sell for 1,000. They're becoming more and more rare. And I got 5 of them bitches. I'm going to cash that bitch in like a 401k when it all goes down. The tin can game might as well put a coyote in a go-kart. Look, that's okay if they want to do that. But just because it doesn't matter the chassis. To me, I look at it and I go, if an S197 is gutted, and you're saying my tuner's the best because my car with the same mods runs 5/10 slower, I'm like, what's it weigh? I am not willing to put carbon parts on my car. I'm not willing to gut my red car. My red car drives fucking nice. Premium leather. Nice sound system. I'd rather go full weight with a Cobra Jet and E85 10s and drive it anywhere in comfort AC than to tin can it and drive it to go a badass number and just put it back on the trailer because I can't drive it on the road. That bitch is going to be a 10-second car fully loaded before I sell it. I guarantee it. Wait over the IRS. Exactly. I used RTD for my first time, a couple of hiccups, but after that, it was easy. Everybody asking for settings. It's good to start at recommended, but you got to test and find out what works best for you. Exactly, Hunter Walker. I can sit here and go, try 10.5, try 610, for the street this, for asphalt this, for concrete this. Figure it out. Go out there, make hits, figure it out. I have a nice 03 to 09 Camaro. It's so fast, says Jesse Daniels. Probably a dumb question, but can you use RTD for multiple cars, or is it married to one vehicle and like the N-Gauge? Technically, you can, but if I start seeing 700 serial numbers for one RTD, we don't do shop RTD shit. It's better to have it for one vehicle. Trust me. Trust me. Technically, right, the SCT X4, you could tune 5 vehicles with it. Technically. But every single time you unmarried it, it locked. Basically, the only way you could tune a second vehicle is if you unmarried it from the first car. So let's say you tune one car, SCT, blah, 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 done. Then you want to tune the second car. You got to return this car to stock. Boop. Now you got 4 unlocks left. So you're fucked. Unless you were putting it in, drawing the file out with HP tuners. But that's stupid. You're playing a weird game. Dude, do yourself a favor. Get an RTD. Stop being fucking cheap. Get an RTD for one vehicle. Make life easy for you and everybody else. Now, you can also get a tune from someone else. Many tuners, just like SCT, support the RTD. You can go, I can get a tune from Lund Racing, I get a tune from anyone, and keep the RTD. What's going to happen is this. If you start tuning multiple vehicles with the RTD, you're going to get so fucking confused as to who has what and who has who, and your licensing costs because you got to license every single vehicle you tune. Yeah. You're not going to get one RTD and that one RTD can tune all these cars for $200. No. Some licenses are more expensive than others, like GT500 licensing. You're not only licensing the vehicle's engine, you're licensing the vehicle's transmission because it has a TCM, and Raptors are the same way. So if you want to play that game, have at it, buddy. You're still going to pay one way or the other. N-Gauge is becoming like Bitcoin. Recommend a Cat Expert for a 14 GT manifold. My factory cat smells like rotten eggs. I would just, Cat X pipe. Yes, Cat X pipe. You got to be legal if you want to be on the road. So yeah, I recommend a Cat X pipe. I'm not gonna go, no man, take it off, man. Then I get a knock on the door. No, thank you. Did you ever get that text from KC? I have not gotten anything from Miss KC. So we'll see what the deal is with that. No, not from her. No. The anti-squat ain't happening with an IRS. You need front travel to get weight transfer. Here we go. Them damn HP tuner credits. Exactly. You have to license every vehicle you tune. I think a lot of Mustang owners have an unrealistic idea of how much power they want to make out of the car, especially if it's going to be on the streets for the most part. I blame social media for that. I blame people that go on social media and they watch shops make 1,000 on a stock motor and they go, well, I want to do that. Okay. Are you going to blow it up? Did they blow it up? Did they go through 5 motors to achieve that? You don't know the full story. Like 90% of the people that represent their shit on Facebook, Instagram, fucking everything, you don't know what they went through to achieve that number. So people just see the end result and they go, yeah, I can do that too. And I want to do that. And I want to make 700 and daily drive the bitch. I'm like, that's not how it works, man. The red car is so fast it could gap a lot of pump gas boosted cars on the street. Yeah, the red car can gap a lot of boosted cars on the street. Absolutely. Jake's Mama Luna runs 11.1 on pump gas, 4-wheel drive, twin turbo, 120 something miles an hour. His mile an hour is ridiculous for a 4,600 pound truck. On the street, it'll be a close race up until about third gear, and then his turbos kick in, and he'll just walk away from me. But that is a twin turbo 4-wheel drive vehicle. I'm sorry, single turbo 4-wheel drive vehicle. And my NA car will probably be like here at about third gear. Then he's like right about the quarter. I think he'll beat me by 2 to 3 cars. I don't think he'll beat me by like a bus, but 2 to 3 cars, basically a bus. 3 cars is a bus. So he'll probably beat me by 3 cars. It'd be interesting. That's how they get you. Someone says she's probably still with Speedy Gonzalez. I have no idea. Look, if she's with somebody, I hope she's happy. If she's not with somebody, I would hope she'd reach out to me and get some of this bitch out. You know what I'm saying? Gen 1 built short block with twin 60s, stock MTD2. As soon as I get a 9, I'm going to go turbo 400. Smart man. Hot girl summer isn't quite over, Jared Wells. Wait until it gets cool outside and everyone goes back home and back to work. Which down here, that's when they start, like fucking around because it gets really nice down here in the 70s. So yeah, that's how it works. So it'll be interesting. So we got a couple minutes left. We got about 5 minutes left. So get your questions in and then I'll get the fuck out of here. I'll go to the gym, get my day started, grab a bite, take Tony out for a walk, enjoy my Sunday. I haven't enjoyed a Sunday in a very long time. So I might hit the beach. It's nice out. I might take a little man to the beach, see what the deal is going on out there. It's nice out. It's hot, but it's been really, really nice. And slowly but surely, it's starting to quote unquote cool off. And that's when I'll start going to the track. I think we're going to go to the track really soon with the Mama Luna and Jake's F-150 on E85. We're obviously going to get it into the 10s. But I think the biggest goal with that truck is 9s on the street. 9s on the street to me is really badass. So it'll be interesting to see if it achieves that without going to the track because it doesn't spin on the street. It pretty much dead hook. So it'd be interesting to do it with a draggy and verify that time at the track. Hey Alex, I have a Coyote swap Fox body Gen 2 6R80, putting a VMP Odin supercharger, and I bought 3 different pulleys. Well, I need 3 different tunes, and how will it work? No, you don't need 3 different tunes. If you're going to be on E85, and I hope you are with a 75, you can start on the 88 millimeter pulley, get you completely dialed in on the 88 millimeter pulley, and then I'll say, okay, put the 79, give me a watt pull. If it looks good, put the 75 and give me a watt pull. If it looks good, you're done. What's your best route for Gen 1 5.0? Build the motor, swap it, or Gen 2? Currently, Gen 1 set up with a Paxton stock pulley, and it's a lot of vapor coming out of both sides from the motor, so the rings are probably a little tired. So I would do a stock Gen 2 bottom end or a stock Gen 3 bottom end, if you can find it. I've already have some ET Street odds, but I guess I'll put my jack in the trunk and pray. You need more than a jack. You need like 100 pounds back there. Get 2 50-pound sandbags at Home Depot. They're probably $3 each. And see what the deal is. Wrap them in like a trash bag so the sand doesn't go all over the place. Put them in the wheel well of your S550. Watch that sucker hook a lot better. EPA says, just wanted to quickly thank you for everyone for your support. You guys are awesome. So the EPA, who is the gentleman whose wife runs Dough My God Cookies, she has apparently surged in sales. All of a sudden, she's just out there selling and people are ordering their cookies. Dough My God Cookies on Instagram. Good shit. Good cookies. Diabetic shock. But they're great. Great taste. And the chick's super hot that makes them. So support the cause. Thanks for the info, Alex. I'm going to get my own RTD. I just didn't know how that worked. Was wondering if it was like the Disty Pass through Honda. He said Honda. I'm done. Tony will get you some ass at the beach. We'll see. If you know, you know, says EPA. Not really interested in their tune or device, but have you seen the Livernoise video showing a Tune 21 F-150? Nice to see some progress on tuning 21s. Yeah, did you notice that the hood was open? Did you notice that? It's a Pro Cal. Guys, it's a Ford Racing Pro Cal. They have a relationship with Ford. And it's the same thing as the Yukon or whatever the fuck it is. It's the same exact thing, guys. I mean, come on, stop it. This is a Ford Racing Pro Cal. CJ Pointing Bars, Ford Performance Pro Cal, blah, 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 blah. Keon, and this looks literally like a big screen TV on your dash. Could you imagine putting this on your dash? Looking like a big screen TV. So this is basically the same thing that other shops are using to piggyback their tunes off of. So I'm sure someone is giving them access for exporting tunes into this thing. We don't support it, but if Ford Performance wants to have the most volume Ford tuner on the planet get to support this big screen TV, then you have to give us access to stuff. If not, you're only going to sell what the remnants of the other tuning companies can sell. But if it's Ford Racing, if it's a Lund tuning, yeah, you're going to quintuple sales. It's going to be ridiculous. Look at RTD. How many of you guys even heard of RTD until Lund Racing started fucking with it? And I guarantee their sales, if it was a graph, it'd be like this. Then Lund Racing supports it. Boom. Straight up. We got to get the Midnight Express out to Jupiter Inlet to flex on everyone. My 21 GT manual with PMAS intake rolls the duck out with the Lund tune. Yes, we are now tuning 21 Mustangs. And it's I tuned a Mach 1 the other day. And it's with RTD only. And it was lean on one bank. And I'm like, did you install headers or something? Because it's like completely lean on one bank. So I'm like, is this the tune? I'm like, no, this is not the tune. This is, he has a leak. What tire pressure do you run in the front? Skinnies, 35? 35? I run them a little on the tight side. Casey says, hope you're feeling better, YouTube. Have a great day, gentlemen. Love ya. So there you go. She's out there talking all that shit. Love it. We got to get the Jared Wells. Yes, only running 85. Hot Girl Summer is over, says Coyote Kelly. We'll see if Hot Girl Summer is over. Hot Girl Summer is officially over when I get texted and I get pictures of her face, full body shots. Like, get some of this ass, Alex. If not, it's just, a friend thing. It'll be interesting. All right, guys. Hour and a half. We're done. Let's get the fuck out of here. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Watch football. Do whatever the fuck you do. I'm going to go out there, hang out with little Tony, take him to the beach, grab a bite. But before that, got to go to the gym, and we'll see what the deal is. YouTube Corrupt, if you get to the gym, see if you can say hi to that girl. And I'll keep you guys posted if I do a show tonight on the other channel. I don't think I got much going on tonight. I thought I did, but I'm just like, I don't want to do anything. I just want to just do my own thing and just kind of like chill out before Monday comes around and I have to support RTD remotely. Oh, that's going to be fun. All right, guys, have a great rest of your Sunday. I will see you guys later, maybe on tonight on the other channel. Keep an eye out on the community tab of the other channel, and I'll let